going to study about tuples in Python. So what are tuples? Tuples are basically is a type of collection where we can store our data. It's like list. In list we have square brackets, but here we have small brackets or simple brackets. Like we can take any type of data here. Like if I am taking some integer here, and then I am taking a string here as comma d, or if I take any floating point number, or let me take a complex number here plus 5j comma, or we can also take a list inside the tuple, like if I take list sum. So now if we execute it, it executed successfully, and if we print it, so it will print the tuple for us. So this is basically a small overview about the tuple, that how tuple works and how it displays the data for us. So let me check the type here, that what is the type of our t variable, which is the name of the tuple. So if we run it, we are getting that it is a tuple type. And how does computer get to know? Because it has brackets around it. Now if we count the length, like how many elements does it store, so the length of tuple is 7. So if we want to get data from an index, so if I want to get data from second index, so it is printing data is second index for us. And if we want to get data from the end, so we have to use just negative index, so it is printing the negative index number here. And if we want to reverse our tuple, so we can use colon minus 1. So we can see that basically we are using the same operation which we were using in the list. So earlier we had seen that the list is, and so like our list is same as tuple, like our tuple was working same as our list. So let me take a list here. I am taking it some string value. Let me take my name here, and then some integer value, then some other string tr string, and then some list inside it. So let me take, now if we run it, it executes successfully, and if I run my list, it displays the data. Now if I want to change the data at some index, like I want to change data from the first index, like here it is 0 index, this is the first index. So for first index I want to assign 2 here. So if I run it, it executes successfully, and if I run to display our list, so 2 is getting changed. Now if let me get the data from this second index of our tuple. So what is data? S. So if I want to replace the data at the second index with some any other string, like if I use d here, now if I run it, so what does it error pop? The error pops up that tuple object does not support item assignment. So you cannot basically assign the items value at specific index in tuple, while on the other hand in list we can assign. So basically tuples are immutable basically the items which we cannot change the item inside that, but in list we can change the index elements at any specific number using any specific data, but in tuple we cannot assign any value to any index. So we can basically think that why we use tuples. So tuples are basically used to store our data which we do not want to change in the future, like our passwords, that we use passwords. So nobody is able to change our password until we reassign and change our password till 0. Like we have to create, always we have to create or update our new password as we click forget password. So basically that data gets stored in a tuple, so that we cannot modify the original password that was earlier, it gets removed, and then new tuple is stored as a password there. Now if we want to check that how many functions are there in tuple, so there are basically two built-in functions in tuple, like count and index. So we can use the count function to count like occurrence of any item in our tuple. So s is occurring one time, or we can use the index here So there are basically these two functions built in. So our s is at second type. So these are basically two built-in functions in tuple, which we can use all the other functions like in the string, like in our list, where we use pop, reverse, sort. So all those are not implemented in the tuple. So these are basic difference about list and tuple. So now we are going to cover another topic, which is set. So let me take s1 here, and if we use curly braces, so our in our mathematics we have seen sets in union intersection. So this is the same method to create set. Like in sets we have curly braces, and in set we have the value like 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Now if we run it, it is executed successfully. Now if we check the type here, so let me check the type of s1. So what is the type? It's our set. Now let me take another variable and let me assign. So what will be our type here? So if I run it, execute successfully, and let me check the type here. Type of s2. So what is our type? It is a dictionary type. So basically our dictionary is also of this, but in dictionary we have key value pairs, but in set we use comma separated values. In dictionary we have key value pairs, but here we have just comma separated values in set. So let me take another set here. So in this set I am assigning value 1 comma 2 comma 3 4 comma my name comma, let me take complex number 4 plus 8j comma 44.3. Now if we run it, execute successfully, and let me now add a list inside it. So let me add a list here like 3 comma 4 comma 5. Now if we run it, it gives us error. It gives us that unhashable type list, that it does not take list as a parameter. And if we try to take let me just change here, that if I change this list with our tuple, so will it store? So now if we run it, it executes successfully, and if we see it here, then we are getting our tuple as it is. So why it is not storing the list in it? Because lists are mutable. We can change the indexes, but the tuples are immutable. So set only takes immutable data types. So our tuple is also immutable. Complex numbers, integers, strings, these are all immutable types. So we can take them in a set, but we cannot take mutable data types in our set. So let me take another set here. Let me take a set here. So sets basically do not save the duplicates here. So if we take multiple numbers inside our set and we try to store like 6 7 8 4 9 so now if we run it, it executes successfully. Now we can see that there are multiple duplicates, like 1 is coming multiple times, 2 is coming multiple, 3 is coming, 4 is coming, 7 is coming multiple times. But if we run it now, and if you see, we are getting only unique elements. It removed all the duplicates from the set. So basically it is a unique feature of set, that it does not take duplicates, it only takes unique values inside it. And if you pass duplicate values, it will remove all the duplicates and it will print only the unique values for us. So now let us see built-in functions of sets. So s1 s4 dot add. So I am using add function, and what it will do, it will add. So we can see inside, and like if we see the property, this has no effect if the item is already present. So if we add any element or item which is already present in our set, it will not add. Let me add 4 here, so result will be same. And if we run it again, so we can see that 4 is already present. But if we add 8 here, so now it will affect, and if we run it again, 8 will get added here. So this is add function. There are multiple built-in functions for set. So please try to practice more around sets and tuples, and mostly sets are used just to remove the duplicates from our list or any tuple. So that's it for today. Please try to practice, and we will see you in next lecture. Bye.